Hi, good morning to all. Welcome to my channel Calculation. Today we are going to see about real numbers. Before entering into your real numbers, just I will give you an introduction about what is the numbers. I hope you peoples have learned these numbers in your earlier classes in detail. So just I am giving you a recap or recall about these numbers. They are natural numbers, whole numbers, integers, rational numbers, irrational numbers, prime numbers, composite numbers, and real numbers. Okay, so first we are going to see what is a natural number. Natural numbers are the numbers that starts from 1 and ends at infinity. Usually these natural numbers will start from 1 and there is no end point for these numbers. So we will say that these natural numbers will start from 1 usually and it ends at infinity. We can see with an example. The examples are 1, 2, 3 starts until it ends with infinity. The natural numbers usually helps us for counting the objects. So which one is the smallest natural number? In this, 1 is the smallest natural number. Next, we are moving to whole numbers. Whole numbers is nothing but the number which includes the natural numbers and a zero. Along with the natural numbers, if we add zero, it is a whole number. Examples for the whole number are 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, etc. till infinity. So 0 is the smallest whole number and 1 is the smallest natural number. Now we are going to see about integers. What is an integer? An integer, it is a whole number. It may be a positive number or negative number or a zero. For example, 1, 2, 3 like that, or 0 or minus 1, minus 2, minus 3. These all are called as an integers. See, an example is 126 minus 6, 97, 3043, 15, etc. The fractional number is not an integer. See, minus 1.43, which is nothing but minus 143 divided by 100. 13 by 4. This is a fractional number, so it is not an integer. 13.14. 13.14. Sorry, 3.14. 3.14 is not an integer because fractional number which it comes as 314, that is 314 divided by 100. Then 0.09, it is also not an integer because it is 9 by 100. So I hope you understand about these integers. Now we are moving to rational numbers. What is a rational number? Any number that has been written as a fraction. As we discussed in our earlier slide that an integer is a whole number that only will be a negative number or a positive number or it will be a zero. So if a number it is in a fraction, that we will say as a rational number. In other words, we can say that any number a number that can be represented as a quotient for m by n of two integers that q is equal to 0. In this case, m is a dividend and n is a divisor. If we divide this m by n, we will get a quotient. That quotient will be not equal to 0. I can give you some examples in this rational number. This is an 6 by 7. It's a fractional number. Minus 0.25, and this is also a fractional number, that is 25 divided by 100, minus 25 divided by 100, then minus 5 by 8. 3.5 is nothing but 35 by 10. Next we are moving to irrational numbers. Irrational numbers, a number that cannot be written as a fraction. We can't write this number as a fraction. In other words, how we will say this? And irrational numbers cannot be written in the form of m by n, where m and n are an integer and n is a non-zero. N is not a zero. We can't able to write this in the form of m by n. That is an example. We can see square root of 3, square root of 2, square root of 5, pi, that is pi is 3.14, etc. Now we are moving to prime numbers. What is a prime number? A natural number that are divisible by only one and the same number itself. For example, if we take number 2, then the 2 is divisible by only 2 and by only 1. And if we take number 5, for example, if we take number 5, the 5 is divisible by only 5 and that 1 itself. And if we take an example of 59, if 59 that is divisible by only 59 and by 1. See, 2 is divisible by 2 and by 1. 3 is divisible by only 3 and by 1. 5 is divisible by only 5. See, 13. 13 is divisible by 13 and by 1. In other words, how we can explain prime number? Prime numbers are a positive numbers or an integer that is greater than 1 with exactly two factors. What are the two factors? The two factors are it is divisible by only 1 and that same number itself. See, 1 and that number itself. These are the 25 prime numbers. We can see the number in between 1 to 100. So, just let me ask you a question, whether 1 is a prime number or a composite number. 1 is neither a prime nor a composite number. Why? This is because it does not have more than two factors. It has only one factor. This is because only one is divided by only 1. No other factors are there to divide this 1. So one is neither a prime nor a composite number. So if we go with this except 1, all the remaining numbers we are classifying as either prime or a composite number. So sorry, which one is the even prime number? The even prime number. All the remaining prime numbers are odd number. So next we are moving to twin prime numbers. What is twin prime number? The prime number with only one composite number in between two prime numbers. See, in between, I hope in earlier slide I showed you what are the prime numbers, 25 prime numbers, okay, in between 100. In that one, just we will take an example of two prime numbers, 71 and 73. So in that 71 and 73, see 71 and 73, sorry, my handwriting will be little messy, please adjust. 71 and 73, composite number is 72. So these two, this 71 and 73 are prime number and 72 is a composite number. So this is called as a twin prime number. We can see some of the examples. 5 and 7. 5 and 7 are prime number. In between 5 and 7, 6. That 6 is a composite number. I can explain you what is a composite number in the next coming slides. 11 and 13. 11 and 13 is a prime number. In between 11 and 13, there is a 12 is a composite number. 71 and 73, these two are prime numbers. In between the prime number, there is a composite number, that is 72. Next, we are moving to composite numbers. What is a composite number? I hope in the earlier slide we discussed about what's a prime number. The prime number is divisible by 1 and that same number itself. In this, a number which is divisible by 1 and the number and other number as well. For example, if we take 25, we can divide this 25 by 5, 25 and 1. Okay. So it is more than two factors. So if a number which is divisible by more than two factors, we will say that it is a composite number. That number is a composite number. Yeah. A number that is divisible by a number other than 1 and the number itself is called as a composite number. We can see some examples. Example, 4 is divisible by 2 and 4 and 1. And see here 6. 6 is divisible by 3, 6 and 1, 2. So the composite number is a number that is divisible by more than 1 and a number itself that is more than two factors. Now we are moving to real numbers. What is a real number? In earlier slides, we discussed about natural numbers, whole numbers, irrational numbers, rational numbers, integers. All together, we will say all these are called as a real numbers. So any number that can be found in the real world is a real numbers. Okay, what we can found in the real world is a real numbers. Natural number, rational number, irrational number and integers. Some numbers we can't say as a real number. Root of -2, 2 plus 3i, minus I. These all are complex numbers. These complex numbers I can explain you in the upcoming video. I hope you know that this I is an imaginary unit. Thank you for watching my video. In next topic, we can discuss about real numbers. I hope you liked my video. If you like, please share and subscribe calculation. Thank you.